Art Miami, a VIP launch of the Miami Art Week. And it's super exciting. There's an art buzz in the air. I mean, contemporary art, it's huge. There's 18 different fairs within this whole art week. And this one is a very exciting one. I'm here with Martin Schoeller, the one and only. Good to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
Sitting in front of you, one of your art pieces we'll talk about in a minute. Jan Wölfle, CEO of Hahnemühle.
Thank you.
Thank you for making this possible. And Hahnemühle goes Art Miami. It's very exciting. And Martin Schoeller, it's good to meet you, even though perhaps we might have met in the 90s. We might get to this part just to figure out, maybe we have history together. But let's talk about your art. We're sitting in front of an art piece here, and we all know Anne Hathaway, right? Hollywood. But she's a philanthropist. And what's the story behind the exhibition?
So for this exhibition, I've been doing these close-up portraits for 27 years now. And for this exhibition, I choose images of people that have a strong feeling of giving back, that have support charities. Some of them have their own charities, to have kind of a different spin to this more commercial setting that we're in. So 10% of all the sales of the pictures here will benefit the charity of each person's choosing.
Philanthropists, I mean, like superstar philanthropists, you might say, because you have like Anne Hathaway, you have Elton John, Jon Bon Jovi, big names that you have kind of, photographed over decades now, right?
Over decades, yeah.
And all printed on Rag Baryta, is that right?
That's
Hahnemühle
right.
Rag Baryta?
Yes.
Which makes you quite happy, no?
Yeah, it makes us very happy, very proud and honored to have him selecting our paper. And it's been great. So working with Martin for the last years.
How come, what is it about Rag Baryta that it makes it your, is it just for the portraits, or is it generally Rag Baryta where you say that is my paper?
It's my paper. I grew up without printers, before the digital age. That would be in the color darkroom, in the black and white darkroom.
Doing it
printing
yourself?
my own work.
Yeah, printing
at
your
night,
work.
Photographing in the daytime, and then being in the color darkroom at night till midnight, and then the black and white darkroom after midnight sometimes. So I always was very particular about even the papers I choose back then. And when it came to digital printing, I did a big test when I knew I couldn't print in the darkroom anymore, and tested, 50 different papers back then, and ended up...
when was this? When did you...
That was early 2000s,
okay.
I'd say.
Okay.
And I was attracted to the Rag Baryta because it has almost like a photo paper quality. It
texture.
has the texture. It has a little bit of a shine to it, which I like. I don't like the very matte paper. I always like paper that has a little shine to it. It gives it more depth. The blacks seem deeper. And the highlights are not quite as aggressive as on some of the other papers, because the paper in itself has a slight eggshell tonality to it, because it's a natural paper, so it's not quite as bleachy white. So it has more of a painterly quality, I like to say, which really goes well with skin tones. It complements the skin tones. The paper already has a little bit of the tonality of skin tones. So there was not even a competition. There was not that.
That was it.
Rag
Baryta was the winner.
That's the best one, hands down.
And now also, the Hahnemühle is really at the forefront of sustainable papers. I mean, you've just come. Is the pineapple thing?
We are experimenting with pineapple, with mulberry, with everything, every natural fiber. We have 4 natural line papers like hemp, agave, sugarcane, and bamboo.
Right?
We call them tree-free papers. No tree has died for those. Also for the Baryta, no tree has died because it comes from the cotton linters plant. So it's a leftover from the cotton plant that's used for producing the Baryta paper. That's the highest quality cotton paper substance you can use for those type of paper. So that's tree-free. I like that expression. And many people think that paper factories really destroy forests. We do not. With the photographers we're working with our premium papers, as well as the natural line of papers. Natural line paper, those type of products like the hemp is really fast growing, does not consume much water, a lot less water than trees, no pesticides are used for really harvesting and growing those type of natural plants. So that's also a big thing we are looking and working with.
So especially for this exhibition, it makes sense that it has this philanthropist aspect, that Hahnemühle is the paper, obviously, because I've been to the factory. It's been there for 440 years. Have you been, actually?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is that insane, or is it insane?
It's insane.
Is it not? I mean, literally, like those old machines, and you're like, wow.
I know. I'm I'm a spokesperson for Hahnemühle. It's the only company I will speak for because I'm so impressed by how they make the paper, by the people who make the paper, by the people who work there, by the sustainability aspect.
The water that goes back in looks more beautiful than it comes in, you know?
Used again, and by the people that work there for 40 years, 50 years, spend their entire life working at the same company and feel so dedicated to making the most beautiful paper. Even the packaging, you know, you unpack it, everything is biodegradable, that is being packaged in. So, yeah, I couldn't be... It's what I like about Germany, that still companies like this exist.
Yeah. What's the brand? You're one of the brand of the German...
We're a brand of centuries. We selected in those circle of brand century groups. And it was a pleasure to have him here. He visited the site 2 years ago, I think, and gave a beautiful presentation.
Together,
and we had really deep discussions about what we should do and should not do in the future. That was really great. And we have people, my technical manager is just in his early 40s. He's the fifth generation in our company. But it's very interesting what he's doing actually with those images. Those images are done with an analog camera, with analog film.
Yeah.
And he sticks to the analog film, which makes sense because he reproduces them then, digitizing them and then printing the products on Baryta. So that is really, he was in digital at the very beginning. Which is very great to really work with somebody who has been in analog, but now really managing and really driving the digital transformation from that viewpoint, which was really great. And we're listening quite in detail to those type of innovators and those type of leaders in the industry. I was also discussing with him 2 years ago the My Art Registry topic. We have a registry where we basically enable a distributed print opportunity. We enable certificates of limited edition certificates. And we are here now because we are basically bringing it to the next level. We are introducing now My Art Registry 2.0. We worked on it 5 years since I'm now in year number 8 in the company. And we worked on the vision and working with Martin and others to really understand where this should go. Maybe My Art 1.0 is around 15 years already, which is just a certificate of authenticity prints with holograms you can purchase in a box, 25 sheets, decal edge sheets with holograms inside, 50 certificates. One goes on the back of the image, of the frame. The other one is an introduction letter, but it's only low resolution images were on that infrastructure. Now we have the curated fine data on that infrastructure, enabling distributed print for somebody who doesn't really have his own print shop. Martin has his own print shop, so for him it's not that relevant, but for people who have not their own print shop, we are working with a network of 1,500 certified studios, and all platinum certificate studios basically are enabled in the My Art 2.0 to really bring the work of photographers across the globe forward and can do local printing. Also, sustainability is a big aspect because you don't need to ship it across the world. You can basically select from Martin here in America. If somebody wants in Germany, for example, from his legacy family, some print from him, they can select Martin's images on the registry and have it in Germany printed. So there's no transit to Germany.
But also, like, how about the legacy? How about the archive? Some people are not very good at archiving and don't have your setup, right? So for them, like, let's say it's, you know, like I have friends and I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Because your sons are not in the industry. They have no idea what to do with your archive. In that sense, it also makes sense to have it set up, globally still available, yet also counterfeit safe and somewhat archived, I guess, no? That aspect is something.
It's also a reason why we have done this. Theoretically, a photographer could basically put his legacy on it and have it, the legacy in digital images on the registry, printable for also the future to come. That was also one request we had from folks who have not maybe a perfect setup like Martin has. But that's also a possibility to basically do the digitized legacy onto the network and have it there protected, secure for the future.
Now, I want to go way back, the 90s. I started as a model in 1992 in New York, and then did Guess Jeans. It was Philip Dixon back then. And I also did a shoot. And I know one of your stations was with Annie Leibovitz, learning your trade. And I was just pondering, I'm like, 1995, Venice, Italy, shooting a campaign for Laura Biagiotti, Venezia International Perfume Campaign by Annie Leibovitz. And I'm like, it would have been too awesome if you had been assisting back then, you know what I mean?
was assisting her back then.
I'm sure. I have a feeling.
But I wasn't on that trip.
You weren't? Oh, and you know that you weren't. Damn. And the thing is, I was going through my analog pictures because I'm not good at archiving, but that's not really my job. But and I was just like, I just wish I had this.
Sounds like you need to join.
I know.
Yeah, you need to join the registry.
I know, definitely. But awesome, and you know which shoot, and you know you weren't there. Why weren't you there? You know that part too?
Had just started out. There was a third assistant.
Oh.
So I wasn't going on trips yet. You know. A year later, I would have been there.
Anyway, mind-blowing, really cool. Which, I don't, probably hard to say, but I'm going to ask you anyway, is one of those portraits that you're exhibiting here, is that just your favorite? Because it's the one that you...
Now I have to say Jane Goodall is my favorite.
Yeah.
She just passed away, and she was such a special human being, and
I met
she
her
was
once.
so glamorous and beautiful, and she never had any work done, no makeup, you know. I have to celebrate her.
That's about a human being being connected to Mother Earth and grounded, and you don't look used or used up because she was so connected to Mother Earth and everything. Finishing words, anybody, everybody.
Really, we're looking forward for the next level of things happening now with this fair here in Miami. There's lots of exhibitions, lots of galleries, lots of photographers. So I'm really looking forward. The first time we're here, meet a lot of people and see what we can.
Would you consider the Photo Rag Baryta not to be sustainable? I mean, it's sustainable too because it's a byproduct from.
It's a byproduct
clothing.
from cotton. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So it is a sustainable.
It's very
paper
sustainable.
too.
No tree died for that one.
And the cotton is being harvested anyway.
Being harvested anyway. It's a leftover of the cotton plant, so it's a super natural, a super sustainable product. Mm-hmm. And that's really, it really fits nice to Jon Goodall and everybody else from.
Any expectations?
Is there any paper that is similar to it?
See?
We introduced now the hemp gloss Baryta. The hemp gloss Baryta is a brand new one, which is on hemp basis, not on cotton basis. It's on hemp. It's a mixture of cotton and hemp. Then we have a bamboo gloss Baryta introduced, which is bamboo and cotton.
And
so
how
those
are they
are
different?
So they have not maybe the white point is a little lower. So the white point is a little higher on your paper, and that's what you probably like.
The white point on the photo rag is a little bit brighter.
A little bit brighter, a little bit higher, yeah, than the natural line white points, because we don't put artificial enhancers like OBAs or titanium dioxide in it. Some people put titanium dioxide in it, which is very poisoning. I would not do that. I would not want that. If some products from us want to have higher white points, we put some OBAs in it, which are also natural. So that's where you play with the white points.
So you're really trying to do the right thing every step of the way.
Yeah, we are trying hard. We are in a natural preserve, as you have seen, right? So we have borrowed the water. We have natural well coming in. We borrow the water, and we are kind of an island. Behind the factory, the two rivers meet. So we are sometimes I refer to our factory like an island, borrowing the water. We are using about 2% of the water is used, but it goes into the sky and comes down as rain later on. So it's really amazing.
Turquoise when it comes out. It just looks awesome, you know, the color of it.
Of course, we are very careful. We are 24/7 measured by the government in terms of the quality which we need to bring the water back. So it's high quality. We bring the water back.
You've not been behind the factory to see where the water goes back in. It's awesome.
I have seen everything.
Seen that? Okay, awesome.
We are working, of course, on lots of papers all the time. Next year we are working on white papers. Some photographers want really wide format papers because of the analog. Legacy papers, we're only able to do in 80-inch or 60-inch. So working on projects with super wide to be able to reproduce basically on super wide format systems, actually analog images which start to fade in the middle where they were put together. Yeah. So that's maybe also interesting.
And maybe
you're doing 60 inches now?
So we are working on projects with more than 100 inches right now.
Wow.
And there are few printers only who can do it, but we're working on bespoke projects longer term in order to basically see what we can do there.
And the sustainable hemp cotton also exists in that format. Maybe you just need to send them a few stacks of that.
Yeah, we need to basically. I think what we are going to do, we are looking at your preferred paper, and we do a benchmark against it and send you an evaluation around how the other papers basically compare against that one.
Right.
Yeah. And then maybe you can have a look. But thank you very much for the time.
Thanks for sponsoring the show. We didn't even say it, but you supported the show with paper, so thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
Thank you for having us here at Art Miami at the pre-VIP launch. Thanks to you, and all the best for your exhibition.
Oh, and of course, my work is for sale at camera work in Berlin, my gallery in Berlin.
Your gallery in Berlin.
If anyone is interested.
All right. Thank you so much.